So crew is a group of about 13 to 15 students that were randomly put together in the beginning of their high school, their freshman year, and each student stays in the same crew throughout their whole high school career. And crew is just a really important group throughout the high school career because every student that has graduated has at least one really close friend from their crew, someone who's lifelong in their life. And outside from that, from creating friendships and just making new connections, in your crew, you're going to find people who you genuinely wouldn't talk to if they were not in your crew because you just don't feel like you were able to approach them, or they're just not the type of people that you surround yourself with. And it's because of that differences that we find within our crew that I say it really impacted me as a student, and it's made me see different people differently because I was able to learn a lot, and I was able to see people differently than what I would have thought from seeing them just in the cafeteria or in the classroom.
And did this intentional sort of plan to bring students randomly together and then keep them together, did that change the overall student culture? Did it eliminate cliques? Did it somehow make you all feel like a more cohesive student body?
It definitely did, because in crew, you're not going to see like your best friend in the beginning of the school year. Most of the people in your crew you've never seen in your whole life. So as a student, you begin to understand that there are other people out there besides your friends who like this specific type of music. There are other people out there who like playing card games, board games. There are people who like playing different instruments. If it weren't for crew, I know that a lot of students, and I'm saying from personal experience, we wouldn't be able to have the same connections or just talk and have a different variety of people to connect to understand, and to talk to.
Such a powerful experience. I appreciate your explaining that and sharing that. One of the other things, as I listened to you, was that you thought was powerful was this idea that you get to go out and have projects and expeditions in the community. And I think one of the things that you said was that actually helped you better understand and be motivated to do the learning in school, the fact that you actually got to go out of school. Can you give us an example of what that kind of an expedition or project is? What does that look like?
Yeah, so within crew, we didn't just sit in a classroom and talk about ourselves or talk to each other. We did like different multiple team bonding activities. In the beginning of our freshman year, at least at Casco Bay, we go to an island and stay there for 4 days and 3 nights, and it's the beginning of freshman year. You don't know anybody, but you're still sharing tents, and it's just an interesting experience because you just learn the process of trusting people that you've never seen in your life. You become vulnerable, which is something that is really important, especially as high school students, because we're all always like, we grow up knowing that, oh, you should keep things to yourself. But once you go into crew, the very first day, I remember we had a fire and everyone was talking about their insecurities with strangers. And it was an amazing experience because throughout the whole year, every end of the year, we have presentations that focus on talking about ourselves. And from freshman year to senior year, you have different themes. So it's just building up on what you know about yourself and you talking about your growth. Because I remember when they first asked us the question of, who am I? Maybe if someone asks you, who are you? You're going to be like, oh, I can talk about myself. But when they actually ask you that for an assignment, that's a whole different experience because you start to question, do I know myself? Like, who am I actually? You start asking yourself that question. So being part of crew is really understanding who you are as an individual, is understanding your growth throughout the 4 years of high school and seeing and experiencing the other people's growth, your other peers' growth, because nobody necessarily remains the same from freshman year to senior year. And if they are to remain the same kind, motivated person, you still see a growth because they just become better.